Hey, fellow wanderers, Joseph here, and just want to let you know we have to have a plan. And you have to have a plan when you are out and about, when you travel. And much of that has to do with your excursions and your flights and where you're going. Those are all things we take care of. Those are all those things we think we need to know, and those are what we actually do know. The thing that we don't always think about is insurance. We just had a fellow wanderer faint in the airport in another country. Later on, found out she was just dehydrated but had to go to the hospital. Had to have emergency assistance. Had to delay the flight. Had to get on another flight. Had all these things, and there was going to be some expenses involved with that. And the first question you ask is, "Oh my gosh, do I have insurance?" And that seems to be the first question everybody always asks after the fact. You don't ever ask it beforehand. And so that's why we really make sure that we make sure all of you do have insurance of some sort. Now, there's different levels of insurance that you can get. Most and the lowest level is always with the supplier or the cruise line. So if you go on a trip and you book it with this package, we sometimes tack on travel protection, it's called, or never really called travel insurance, travel protection. A lot of times with the supplier or the cruise line, that really the main benefit of that is that so you can cancel and get some money back or get some credit back. Now, that's not the best reason to have insurance, because that's like a $2,000 or $3,000, $4,000 loss if that happens. If you go to medical and need to be evacuated, you're up into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. You're $5,000, $6,000 just to go to the hospital. So that's why we're starting to offer other insurance with actual insurance providers that we recommend. And so we're going to start doing that more often, because it gives you better medical, better protection, and better trip as far as trip interruptions and all of those things. And for just a very minimum amount of money, you can get medical protection overseas or on a trip. A family of five, I just quoted out $58 just to have medical protection, medical insurance as they're out traveling. I did a missions trip overseas to Africa, 9 people. It was like $550 to have medical protection and some trip interruption protection also. So they have a bunch of things that got added on. So it's not expensive, but the peace of mind that it gives you when you have that is so good. So you're gonna hear us talk about that more. What is your plan? I'm just be honest with you. We're not insurance agents, so we can't force it on you. We can't tell you this is what you have to do. You have to make a choice to do that. But we will also might make a choice if you choose not to get medical protection or trip insurance, because it's a big headache later. If you do cancel, or if something does happen, and you're coming back to us going, "Hey, whoa, what about?" And we're like, "Hey, you told us no." And so we're trying to save you from yourself with this. So let's have a plan where we're going, what we're going to do for excursions, but also have a plan for insurance. So you're going to hear us talk more about that when we interact with you. But just so you know, the difference between maybe the insurance you get from the provider or the cruise company or the tour company, or a separate policy that sometimes is very inexpensive. Many times kids are free for you to add on to your policy. So we'll be talking about that more, but also bring it up. All right. Have an awesome day.